Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Noah Igbenogany from his end zone. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. Does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't. But it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. He was brought down by Foyesade Oluokun.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
He's going to go up top for the end zone. And he's got his toe.
Come on, AJ Terrell. He just won the shit.
His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins take it right down and score on the opening drive. Jason Sanders now for the extra point.
I'm glad I want to eat it. Now I don't want to eat it.
And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins.
Where'd he do it at?
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This fielded right at the goal line. And good coverage here on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Good, and he'll just go backwards. He ate a 2nd time. The thing is, they're not going to do it in their cage unless they have no choice.
Ryan will bring the Falcons out now. First and 10 at the 19-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Ryan. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes his sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
Yeah. Oh, this offensive line. So fucking sorry. That was Cordell Patterson.
Another try after the first down sack. Ryan. Man open, that's Kiki QT complete. And he'll
Well, I thought this food dropped, didn't stay in bounds. I was about
up a 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Their boy down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field. They're going on fourth down. It's Ryan. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Well, they picked up the first down, but I'm just going to say I didn't like it before the ball was snapped, and I don't like it now that they picked it up. Think about field position on their own side of the 50. They don't get it. They put their defense in a bad spot, and it's just not a decision that pays off very often.
And it wasn't fourth and a yard. There was some meat on that bone.
There really was. Fortunate to get it in that situation, but not a call I would make very often.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now a give right side. It's Patterson, and he's across midfield and into Miami territory. He gives them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. Here's Ryan. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Emmanuel Agba able to record his 5th sack of the season. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Back deep for Miami, Jalen Waddle. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And they sit now at 500 on the year. And, Charles, this was a team that really looked lost in that first month or so of the season. But they have had the hot hand lately, winning 3 straight.
I would agree. It's almost hard to believe that this is the same team because we followed them pretty closely throughout this season. And early on, I thought this is going to be a really tough year for this crew. So plenty of credit to them for turning the ship around.
That catch good for only a couple. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Here's a give to Lindsey. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs. From the gun, it's Tua. Here's Fuller with a catch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So the penalty rightfully declined. They'll keep the yardage on the completion.
Still some disagreement by the defense, though, because he thought that was just good, strong coverage, and the contact's going both ways, so why is there a flag? In the end, though, doesn't matter. Still a completed pass.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. They'll set up the screen to Balazs.
Hey, good fucking call.
But not before he gets into enemy territory. So Tua making the completion there. What's different about playing a left-handed quarterback like him? And specifically, I guess, what does this defense need to try and take away?
I'll take the first part that you asked about being left-handed. We've got to find out if he can move to his right and still continue to be accurate. So I want to push him in that direction and see if he can get his body squared around and make those throws that he's used to making. The next part is he's a dart thrower. Loves those short to intermediate routes first. Sit on those and make him throw the deep ball. Not that he's not capable, but you want him to prove it to you first.
He's letting this one go for Fuller. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
On second down, it's Lindsey.
Hey, where are you running?
Close to a first down at the Falcons' 39. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
He really over pursued the ball though.
They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
Now a give right side. Patterson. The 49. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Over the middle, he gets it to Patterson. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now a dump off here complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
No run defense. If you run the ball,
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run. I I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs. In this case, the feet. Did a little tilt.
And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley with touchdown number 8 on the year. Now the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Igbenogany going to take it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
To throw again on 2nd down. Tua.
Ooh.
That's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point.
Oh, Koo. I knew it, Koo. I missed that one, Koo, my bad.
All season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Igbenogany elects not to return. The football will come out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
Deep in there, right? Here's a diving catch right side. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Tua now on 1st down. And throw right side complete to Parker. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Tua setting up shop to throw again. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Dancing to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And it's incomplete.
That's crazy.
Couldn't connect.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line as they go to work with 12 seconds on the clock. Got an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
I fucked up.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Now Ryan on first down. And that is caught. It's Ridley. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Final play of the half. It's Ryan. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top, as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back to quarter number 3. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunity. Those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 49 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play there for Atlanta. So you got the lead here in the second half. Obviously, you love big runs like that at any time. Here, you really like it.
And how about the confidence that's being exhibited by that offense now? They don't care what you're lining up doing on the defensive side. They want the
Get in there.
and carry it off.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
There you go.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Falcons take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Now Ryan leading the Falcons up to go for 2. To throw forward is Ryan. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors. Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they've brought the heat.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say,
Damn. Pop the shit out of him.
It's bad enough to throw a pick, but throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's after this ball game, telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone. A loss on
Look at that tight end screen.
third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Mm-hmm.
Once more, they turn to Patterson. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Cordero Patterson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
On third
Oh,
down,
shit.
here's
He ran
Lindsay.
that
And
bitch.
he'll be taken down, but he does have first down
Took the
yardage.
shit out of me.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play action, now it's Tua. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Well, the passing windows are just not there. And that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
To throw on 2nd and 10.
Oh!
And he drops
I
it
had that.
incomplete. And their struggles continue here. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off near the 34, and the return stops at the 39-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They're going to start to drive here on the ground with Patterson. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 114 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. A good gain on first, has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now it's Ryan. Throw left side, complete to QT.
It's a gain of 6.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Ryan. That's the tight end Hurst with it. They find some open field here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down. So let's
Offensive pass interference.
So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult
They be
it is
cheating me.
to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
They be cheating me. Offensive pass interference.
Switch ends as the 3rd quarter.
Are you kidding me?
We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now Ryan. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
Offensive pass interference.
Able to record
That's
his
crazy.
sack of the season. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. They run with Patterson. And not much running room. Down to the 32. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Patterson, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. And we'll see Younghoe Koo now for the Falcons. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will extend the lead out to 24. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in a big fourth quarter hole. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Tua sets up to pass it. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And got his man complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best play is just up from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And the final clocking on the next-gen stats. Look at this, 22.3 miles an hour was his top speed. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From the 6. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about keep away.
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Here's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Patterson. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. 144 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 46. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. They go play action with Ryan. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. How good has he been throwing the football, though? And despite that incompletion, that's just the 3rd time he's been off target this entire game.
And Brandon, I've been on the other side of this equation, trying to defend a guy who's been this hot, and it chips away at your confidence. And when you're not confident when you're trying to defend, it makes you slower to the football, and it leads to more completions for them.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. Now it's Ryan. Over the middle, that's caught by QT. Room here to run. Touchdown, Falcons.
Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with a football.
Yeah, and this just looked like a simple, ordinary play to start, but boy, did things change. Once he got free, it was off to the races, and once he hit high gear, there's absolutely no one who was going to stop him.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. This one into the hands of the running back, Ballage. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Tua's throw is taken in by Waddle. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 38-yard line. Tua to throw again. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off at the 30. There he goes left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for
pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. And the corner blitz gets him that time as he goes down for a short loss. After the sack, here's second and 11. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a third and long. One final try for Tagovailoa. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And this is dropped it incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play a little different style and a different flow.
So for Atlanta, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll return home next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for Miami, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills.